Cup of English podcast for Paul and Lily.
You know what I realized this morning? I was standing in my kitchen waiting for my tea to brew, just standing there staring at the wall, and I thought, how many minutes of my life have I spent staring at walls waiting for tea?
Please tell me you actually calculated it.
I did. Roughly 3 minutes per cup, 4 cups a day, 30 years of drinking tea.
Oh no.
1,314 hours staring at walls.
Paul, that is 54 days of your life.
54 days at a wall. And the wall has never once done anything interesting.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Lily. This is a Cup of English podcast, and we are already doing the maths on wasted time, and it is not looking good for Paul.
I'm Paul, and today we are talking about not wasting your life, how to use your time better, how to talk about time in English, and how to actually enjoy the time you have, which I clearly have not been doing optimally given the wall situation.
This is going to be a great episode. Let's go. Okay, so time. Everyone has the same amount, 24 hours a day. And yet, some people seem to do everything, and other people, no offense, Paul.
Some offense taken.
Some people spend 54 days staring at a wall. How does this happen? And what do we do about it?
First, vocabulary. To waste time. To spend time on something that gives you nothing back. Nothing useful, nothing joyful, nothing meaningful. I wasted 3 hours scrolling through my phone. To make the most of. To use something as well as possible. I want to make the most of every day. Beautiful phrase, very positive. And to invest your time, like investing money. You put your time into something and it grows. It gives you something back. I invested my time in learning English and it changed my life.
I love invest your time because it changes how you think about the decision. You're not just spending time, you're investing it. And like money, where you invest matters.
And the question to ask yourself, which is quite confronting, is, if I look back at this hour in 10 years, will I be glad I spent it this way?
That question changed my life, honestly. I started asking it about everything. Every evening, every weekend, every choice.
And what changed?
So many things. But the first thing, I stopped watching bad television. Not all television. Good television is wonderful. But I was watching shows I didn't even like, just because they were there. Just because the next episode started automatically.
The Autoplay Trap.
The Autoplay Trap. You finish one episode, the next one starts in 3 seconds, and your hand is too far from the remote to stop it.
Too far from the remote.
I watched 2 full seasons of a show I genuinely did not enjoy because stopping it felt like effort.
2 whole seasons.
16 episodes, each one an hour long. 16 hours of my life on a show that made me feel nothing. And at the end, I thought, what did I just do? Who am I? Where did my evenings go?
An existential crisis caused by autoplay television.
A very real crisis. And that was the moment I started asking, will I be glad I spent it this way? And the answer for that show was absolutely not. Not one episode was worth it.
And now?
Now I watch things I genuinely love. And if I am 15 minutes into something and it is not good, I stop. I just stop. Life is too short for bad television.
This is very wise, and it applies to everything, not just television. Bad books, bad conversations, bad habits.
Bad anything. If it is not making you happy, not making you better, not connecting you to someone you love, it is probably not worth your time.
Okay, to prioritize, to decide what is most important and do that first. I had to prioritize what really mattered to me. Time well spent. When you look back at how you used your time and feel good about it. That afternoon with my family was time well spent. And to let time slip away, when time passes and you didn't notice and you didn't use it for anything meaningful. I let the whole evening slip away without doing anything I wanted to do. Right. I have a wasting time story that I am not proud of, but I think it is important to share.
Oh, this is going to be good. Go ahead.
A few years ago, back in London, I went through a period of about 3 months where every evening after work I came home, sat on the sofa, and watched videos of people playing golf. Online. Just watching strangers play golf.
Paul, do you play golf?
No.
Do you like golf?
Not particularly.
You watched 3 months of a sport you don't even like?
I don't know how it started. I think I watched one video, possibly by accident, and then the algorithm decided I was a golf person, and I didn't correct it.
The algorithm made you a golf person.
For 3 months, I was a golf person. I knew the names of players. I had opinions about courses. My colleague asked me once what I did the night before, and I said, watched a bit of golf. And she said, oh, are you into golf? And I said, not really. And she looked at me for a long time and walked away.
She had so many questions, but asked none of them.
The British way. And then one evening I was watching, very invested in a particular round, and my friend called and said, what are you doing? And I said, watching golf. And he said, Paul, you hate golf. And I said, I know. And he said, then why? And I genuinely could not answer him.
You had no answer.
None. Complete silence. And I turned off the golf and called him back, and we talked for 2 hours, and it was the best evening I had had in 3 months.
2 hours of actual human connection was better than 3 months of golf.
Significantly better. And I have never watched golf since, not one video. The algorithm tried for weeks after, but I did not yield.
I did not yield. You broke free from the golf algorithm. That is personal growth.
It absolutely is. Okay, more vocabulary. A time waster. Something or someone that uses your time without giving anything valuable back. Social media can be a real time waster if you're not careful. To be intentional. To do things on purpose with a clear reason, not just by accident. I try to be intentional about how I spend my evenings. Really important word. And a routine. We know this one, but specifically here, a good routine protects your time. My evening routine means I always have time for the things that matter.
Okay, positive side. Because this episode is not just about what you shouldn't do. It is about what you should do. What is actually worth your time?
Things that connect you to people you love. Things that make you grow. Things that make you feel alive. Things that, when you are old and looking back, you will smile about.
I have a story about this. My grandmother, the wise one from earlier episodes, she turned 85 last year. And at her birthday dinner, someone asked her, "What is the best time you ever spent?" And everyone expected her to talk about big things, holidays, achievements, milestones.
And?
She said, without hesitating, "Tuesday afternoons with my sister. We used to meet every Tuesday for 40 years, just tea and talking. That's it."
40 years of Tuesday afternoons.
40 years. Her sister passed away 6 years ago. And my grandmother said, "I would give anything for one more Tuesday afternoon." And the whole table went silent.
That is genuinely one of the most moving things I have heard.
It changed something in me. Because Tuesday afternoons sound so small, so ordinary. Not a holiday, not a big event, just tea and talking with someone you love. And yet, 85 years of a life, and that is what she chose.
The ordinary moments, done consistently, with the right people.
That is everything. That is the whole answer.
And in English, to cherish, to love and protect something deeply. Cherish your time with the people you love. Meaningful, having real importance and value. I want to spend my time on meaningful things. And to be present, to be fully in the moment, not distracted, not on your phone, just there. When I am with the people I love, I try to be fully present. Right. Practical things. Because knowing you shouldn't waste time and actually not wasting time are very different things. So, how do you actually do it?
First, and we have talked about this, put your phone away. Not forever, just for specific moments. Dinner with family, phone away. Walk in the park, phone away. First hour of the morning, phone away. Those protected moments add up.
Second, do one thing every day that is just for you. One thing you genuinely enjoy that makes you feel like yourself. Reading, walking, cooking, drawing, anything. 10 minutes minimum, non-negotiable.
I started doing this 2 years ago. Every day. One thing just for me. And I thought it would feel selfish. It did not feel selfish. It felt necessary, like breathing.
Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. That is a very famous English expression. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give to others, work hard, be good if you have nothing left for yourself. You have to fill yourself first.
I love that expression. Okay, I have a practical time story. Last year, I decided to do a time audit. I had read about it somewhere. The idea is you write down everything you do every hour for 1 week, every single thing. And then at the end, you look at how you actually spent your time.
That sounds terrifying.
It was terrifying because there is what you think you do with your time, and then there is what you actually do, and they are very different.
What did you discover?
I discovered that I spent, and I am not proud of this, an average of 2 hours and 40 minutes a day on my phone, not doing anything specific, just on it, scrolling, checking, looking at nothing.
2 hours 40 every day.
Nearly 3 hours every day. That is almost 20 hours a week. I nearly fell off my chair when I calculated it. 20 hours a week. That is a part-time job's worth of time. On my phone, doing nothing.
What did you do with this information?
I set time limits on my apps, and the first week my phone kept sending me notifications. You have reached your limit for Instagram. And I kept pressing ignore limit and going back in.
You ignored your own limits.
Every time. The phone said stop, and I said, no. What is wrong with me? I had literally set the limit myself and then overrode it every single day.
You fought yourself and lost.
I lost every single day for a week, and then I asked my friend to set the password for the limits so I couldn't override them. And the first day, I hit my limit and couldn't get back in. I sat there holding my phone, feeling like something was missing. Just sitting there, like a lost person.
The phone-shaped hole.
The phone-shaped hole! That is exactly what it felt like. And after about 10 minutes, I picked up a book. And I read for an hour. And it was wonderful. And that was the turning point.
A turning point. The moment when things change, when you go in a new direction. That was a real turning point for me. Great phrase. To be mindful of your time, to pay attention to how you are using it, to be aware. I try to be mindful of how I spend my evenings. And to make a change, to decide to do something differently. I made a change and it improved my life. Right, last thought, and this is the most important one. Don't waste your life waiting for the big moments, waiting for the holiday, the promotion, the weekend, the perfect time to start. The life is happening right now, in the ordinary Tuesday afternoons.
In the cup of tea by the window. In the phone call with a friend. In the 10 minutes of reading before bed. These are not the small moments between the real life. These are the real life.
And being able to talk about this in English means you can share these ideas with people all over the world, which is actually a wonderful use of your time.
The most natural advertisement for learning English I have ever heard.
I try. Right, your challenge, just one. Think of one thing you do regularly that is genuinely wasting your time, and one thing you keep meaning to do but never start. And this week, swap them. Drop one, start the other.
And tell us in the comments, what are you swapping? We want to know. And we will be back with a new episode tomorrow because we now release new episodes every single day.
Every day. So wherever you are, whatever Tuesday afternoon you are having right now, we will be here tomorrow with more English, more stories, and more of whatever this is.
Whatever this is. I love us. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Take care of yourselves.
Look after yourselves and each other. See you tomorrow.